What is the bond order of H3? 3 electrons are there. 2 electrons in 1 sigma, 1 electron in 2 sigma, and no electron in 3 sigma. 2 sigma is a non-bonding orbital, so it will not assist or oppose the bond formation. So bond order will be 1. So in 3 hydrogens, there is only one bond. Unnecessary electron is there in the non-bonding orbital. H3 forms H3 plus. When H3 plus forms, electron from 2 sigma will go and only electron will be there in 1 sigma. Bond order will be 1. Same bond order, but positive charge will be there on the H3 plus. But in true sense, is it linear? H3 plus is triangular. So let us discuss the changes in the energetics of molecular orbitals with change in the angle. Means when I consider linear to triangular. So linear 1 degree to 60 degree bond angle. How the variations of the energies will be there. What will happen for 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma? Let us discuss. Let us understand structure of H3 plus ion. It is triangular and point group is D3H. Its formation can be described by means of two ways. The first, formation of triangular H3 and removal of one electron from triangular H3 polynuclear molecule. And other, out of those 3 hydrogens, considering one of the hydrogen has removed the electron, means in spite of one of the hydrogen consider protium, or generally we say as proton, and interaction between them. Overall what? In H3 plus, in molecular orbitals of triangular H3 plus, there should be 2 electrons. How the energetics will be there? Where those 2 electrons will go? Why the structure is triangular? Stepwise we will understand that. But let us understand it through formation of molecular orbitals. What is our basic rule to establish molecular orbitals from polynuclear species? We have to choose central atom. Let me consider central atom here is Hc. Second step, what are the peripheral atoms are there? They will combine among themselves. They will form their group orbitals. Afterwards, suitable group orbitals with suitable symmetry. In this case, energy is not the concern. Therefore, I am not talking about that. So, group orbitals of suitable symmetry will interact with central atomic orbitals of central atom. So, let me consider this formation as a triangular H3 and then removal of the electron. Now, while forming group, who will combine? HA and HB will combine. And how many groups are possible? That we have discussed in case of linear H3 molecule. Same way, here only approaches are little different, but groups will be the same. 2 groups are possible, Psi1 group and Psi2 group, symmetric group and non-symmetric group. And those group orbitals will interact with orbitals of Hc, and for Hc there is only one option, one phase. So I feel that Psi1 will be the most suitable to interact, but let us see the formation of various group orbitals for this H3 plus ion. See here, close interaction between 2 atoms or 2 phases or 2 wave functions is represented. Overall, only two possibilities are there. One is additive possibility of combination of wave function and other is a subtractive possibility. Actually, because of addition, they will come closer, and because of subtraction, little separation among them will be there. Node will be there. So I am not talking here about the node. I am explaining only the ways of arrangement of the wave functions on peripheral atoms. Here what I assumed, central hydrogen atom, that's Hc, to that Ha and Hb are forming group. So those group orbitals mathematically can be represented as group orbital number 1, that's a psi1 group, is equal to wave function for electron in oneness orbital of hydrogen in atom A plus wave function for electron in oneness orbital of atom B, that I represented as psi1s for Ha plus psi1s for Hb. Similarly, wave function for second group psi2 group is equal to psi1s for A atom, that's Ha, minus psi1s for B atom, that's Hb. Once you know these group orbitals and their presentations, let us know how these group orbitals interact with central atom to form molecular orbitals. Their symmetry is important. We'll discuss this point in detail. Now let us talk about symmetry of these group orbitals. Our point group now is D3H. We say generally that psi1 group is a symmetric and psi2 is non-symmetric. But at that time case was different. That was a point group D infinity H. Now for D3H point group, which operations are possible? C3, C2, sigma H, sigma V, and improper axis of rotation S3 are there. So let us talk about the main operations, axis of symmetry. If these two orbitals are there, then how can I perform C3 operation? So S orbital of the central atom will be spherically symmetric. But can we say this group, psi1 group, arrangement of these two atoms is symmetric around C3? No. But here, point you need to understand, central atom, for the sake of simplicity we understood that's a C atom. In true sense, all atoms A, B, C are equivalent. Out of that, one of the atom we have chosen as a central atom. From all possible combinations, possible arrangement point of view, one can consider A as a central atom, one can consider B as a central atom. So equal weightage is supposed to be given. If we consider that, then one time the B and C atom combination can be the group. Other time A and B atom combination can be the group. Other time A and C atom combination can be the group. So overall, as like in benzene, delocalization of the electron we understand. Likewise, delocalization of the group formation in true sense is there. But for the sake of brevity, we assume that the central atom is Hc and A and B are forming peripheral atoms. Assumption is not the reality. So though at first instance we find there is a no C3, but if we consider all possible groups, all possible combinations, all possible mixing, then C3 will be there. C2 also will be there because in Psi1 group wave function is supposed to be the same. Vertical planes will be there, horizontal plane will be there. So whatever the operations possible for s orbital in regard to D3H point group, all are possible for Psi1 group. So here also we can say Psi1 group is symmetric group. What about Psi2? In case of Psi2, wave functions are opposite. So third atom one time can be the part of the group and one of the atom which I consider now will not be the group. But overall circulation, if we see, alternate positive negative charges will be there. So somewhere there will be the separation of charges, and because of separation of charges, in true sense C3 operation we cannot apply. C2 operation sometime we can, sometime we cannot. Vertical plane also sometimes we can, other time we not. Horizontal plane we can, but all operations about which this Psi2 group is not symmetric. Students, are you following? All operations of the D3H point group we are trying on this Psi2. Psi2, don't misunderstand that only two orbitals are there, two phases are there, two atoms are there. In true sense, we are talking about triatomic polynuclear species. So other is there, but while representation it is absent. Overall circulation of charges is there among them, but because of the difference in charges, Psi2 group will be asymmetric. So who is suitable to combine with oneness orbital of central atom? Say now C as a central atom. Then Psi1 is the only suitable. Even if we consider B as a central atom, A as a central atom, Psi1 only will be the suitable. Arrangement will be somewhat different, but name will be the same. So now it is final. Out of those two group orbitals, Psi1 and Psi2, Psi1 will combine with oneness orbital of hydrogen to produce bonding and anti-bonding orbitals that we may think at first instance, but let us see how the interaction exactly takes place, because this case is not as simple as linear. Here we are talking about triangular arrangement. So during formation of molecular orbitals, during interaction between group orbitals and central atom, we need to consider that triangular arrangement. So considering triangular arrangement, now we need to move to the next step. That's our step number 3, formation of molecular orbitals. Symmetry of central atom and Psi1 group is same. So among them only interaction will take place to produce additive interaction and subtractive interaction. See, upside their additive interaction is represented. A wave function for oneness orbital of central hydrogen plus wave function for first group, and second molecular orbital will be result due to subtraction. And now whatever the Psi2 group orbital is there, it has no matching suitable orbital having the same symmetry. Therefore, it will remain as non-bonding as our point of view. Here, since triangular arrangement, positive negative are considerably closer. So positive negative, these opposite phases are there. Between them, what will be there? Repulsion. So for the sake of brevity, I considered central atom, that's a C, represented by green color, and peripheral atom is A, represented by purple color, and other peripheral atom B, represented by red color. It is one of the possibility out of 3 various possibilities, because somewhere we have to explain, no, describe. Therefore, I have considered that. During formation of addition, all positive phases, wave functions will meet together.
will come together, will add to each other. So positive, positive, positive representation is done there. There will not be any separation. There will not be any node. So if you see how many attractions are there between green and purple, one attraction, green and red, second attraction, red and purple, third attraction. So total three attractions are there in this molecular orbital. Because of attraction, its energy should be lower or higher? Lower. Means it is as good as bonding orbital. Let us see second orbital. Actually, 2 sigma orbital which was there in linear case, that is its modification is this molecular orbital. Only we have changed the bond angle. Previously 180 degree was there, now it is 60 degree. But if you see positive positive are the signs for group orbitals. So there is attraction. And by pale green color, central atom is represented. Its wave function is minus because I wanted to establish here subtraction. So central atom and purple atom, repulsion. Central atom and red atom, repulsion. So out of those three interaction, one were attraction and two were repulsion. Net result, one repulsion. It is a understanding of this molecular orbital. So because of repulsion, what you think? The energy level for this orbital should be higher than the atomic orbital's energy or lower? Yes, energy of this molecular orbital will be higher than the energy of group orbitals or atomic orbitals. Now come to the last representation. Actually, it is a Sci2 group. Positive, negative are coming together. So what will be there among them? Repulsion. Other species, other atom is absent there. So for the sake of brevity, only I consider here HA and HB. Between them, one repulsion. So as was the case in second molecular orbital, here also there is one repulsion. Because of that, its energy also will increase. Since the structure is very symmetric, D3H point group is there. Overlaps also are equal. Because of that, number of repulsions can give us idea about the extent of increase or decrease. In case of bonding orbital, 3 attraction, so considerable decrease. I consider 3 line decrease just for understanding purpose. Second orbital, 1 line higher, 1 line increase. Third orbital, 1 line higher, 1 line increase. See here. Second molecular orbital and our Sci2 group molecular orbital means the molecular orbital which is a Sci2 group. Both have the same energy. The orbitals which have the same energy, we say them as degenerate orbitals. As like S orbital, only one orbital. There is no degeneracy. But if you consider p orbitals, then px, py, pz, 3 orbitals remain. So all 3 orbitals are of the same energy. If they are the same energy, then what can we say for that? Those p orbitals are degenerate. Likewise, here second molecular orbital and Sci2 group molecular orbital both have same energy. Those are degenerate. How many such orbitals are there? Those are degenerate? 2. And for 2, a group theory term is small e. It says doublet. And what about the first molecular orbital? It is only one orbital. It is a singlet. And so label is A. Now you will be with the question. Previously we were using 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma. Then why can't we use those terms here? Yes, student. Proper question you are with. See, sigma, pi, those notations were representing symmetry about axis, symmetry about bonding axis, symmetry about principal axis, internuclear axis. For linear molecules, where point groups possible are C infinity V or D infinity H. But now our molecule or ion or species is not linear. First time we are getting that species, and this species is triangular. Therefore, sigma and pi notations are outdated. Sigma and pi notations or notifications are not applicable for this MO diagram. For that, new notations I am informing to you. What are those new notations? For singlet or only one orbital, we use A as a symbol. Actually, B also can be used, but now it is not the time to discuss that. So, time being, remember, A is a symbol for singlet, and for doublet, E is a symbol. Suppose if triplet would have been there, three orbitals would have been of the same energy, then we would have used small t. But now A and E are sufficient for labeling these molecular orbitals. Yes, first orbital where three attractions are there, low energy orbital, we can say it is a bonding orbital. It is only one orbital, and for that number one, our symbol is small a, new nomenclature. And remaining two orbitals which are of the same energy, and such orbitals are two. For those two degenerate orbitals, for the number 2, our symbol is small e. Now let us understand the MO diagram. Let me talk from right side. Group orbitals of two peripheral hydrogens. For the sake of convenience, A and B. If you if you noted the wave functions of those group orbitals, one group was with like wave functions, and those atoms were very close. So what is their attraction? Because of that, their energy will be less, energy will decrease or increase relative to the energy of the atom, energy will decrease. Therefore, see student, for Psi1 group, I have represented low energy compared to left side atomic orbital. That's a just representation, Psi1s. Last time, both group orbitals were of the same energy. Now, the energies are different. For second group, since wave functions are opposite, unlike, there is a repulsion, and because of repulsion, energy of Psi2 group should increase. The energy by which Psi1 group decrease compared to the energy of 1s orbital of hydrogen, Psi2 group will increase in energy, and that also is represented there. Out of those three, only two where electrons will be there, only two electrons are there. So don't get more involved about the distribution of electrons in atomic orbitals. Out of those three, somewhere I have to represent the two electrons, and I represented those two electrons in Psi1 group and Psi2 group. One can represent one electron in Psi1s and one electron in Psi1 group. In Psi2 group, there is no electron. Will do. Out of those three, one will be H plus. Remaining two are what? H. Here I consider central atom as what? H plus. It is a convenience. It is just for the sake of brevity. It is not the thumb rule that this only to be considered. Important is what? Two number of electrons. Now, whatever these two electrons are there, those we need to distribute in the molecular orbitals. Before that, is the representation of atomic orbital of central atom, that's a H plus C, clear to you? Its energy is of the energy of 1s orbital of hydrogen. So if you observe neatly, left side compartment is with energy per orbital, it is average energy, middle energy. And a right side compartments, energies for those group orbitals, one is below by some amount of energy and other is above by the same amount of the energy. It's understanding of left compartment and right compartment. I represented energy arrow at the left side. Now see the formation of molecular orbitals. Psi1s from atomic orbitals of central ion will combine with group 1, that's a psi1 group, to produce one bonding, that's an additive interaction, and other antibonding, that is a subtractive interaction. Actually, it should be the perfectly antibonding, but it is not. It is a suppressed antibonding. Why? While studying the shapes of the molecular orbitals, you come across there is attraction. Only repulsion is not there. Out of 3 times, only 1 where repulsion and 2 where attractions are there. So total result is 1 repulsion, and therefore just little increase in energy is there for the resultant subtractive orbital. And what about the side 2 group? Because of the 1 repulsion, the energy is what? Same. What about the bonding orbital? Because of more attraction, 3 attractions, the energy is considerably lower. Only 1 bonding orbital, therefore symbol is A. And upside 2 orbitals are there. I can't say them as non-bonding. They are of the higher energy level. Therefore, the doublet is represented as E. Total how many electrons we do have? 2. So where will those electrons enter? In A. So electronic configuration represented here. A, 2 electrons are there, and in E set, no electrons are there. What will the bond order? Bond order is equal to number of electrons in bonding orbital minus number of electrons in antibonding orbital divided by 2. Here in bonding orbital 2 electrons are there. 2 minus 0 divided by 2. Answer is 1. So in H3 plus there is a 1 bond. For linear H3 also only 1 bond was there. And here in H3 plus also there is 1 bond. And it is a triangular in shape. Now it is a time to ask you a question. We have understood the triangular arrangement and the molecular orbitals. A is a lower orbital and E is a higher set of orbital. Suppose if H3, that was linear, no, last time we discussed, would have been triangular, means 3 electrons are there in H3. So if you distribute those 3 electrons in this energy sequence, A and E energy sequence of triangular H3 plus, then the triangular H3 will be more stable or linear H3 will be more stable. Just think about bonding, antibonding, increase, decrease in energy, you can get the answer. Question is tricky one. I know you can answer. Okay, I am waiting for your answers.
So what is the conclusion? 1 sigma decreases, 2 sigma increases, 3 sigma decreases. Decrease and increase in 2 sigma and 3 sigma respectively in such a way by 60 degree those have the same energy. So 2 sigma and 3 sigma becomes degenerate. Of course those are separate orbitals, but the energy levels will be same if angle between the HH bond is 60 degree.
In true sense, for triangular spaces, we can't use terms sigma and pi. So we have chosen new nomenclature A and E. So students, next time let us discuss the Walsh correlation concept in order to understand more this linear H3 and triangular H3 plus. Why H3 plus is triangular and H3 is linear. We'll see in next part.